So what are the effects of juice fasting? This is a really great question because there are so many on so many different levels and layers of our being. So obviously there are many physical effects that are happening. Many people experience weight loss. I've been fasting about 2 weeks now, and I've lost 10 pounds. And so there's the weight loss aspect of it. There's also the healing aspect of it. So it's just really giving our body the time and space to restore and to rejuvenate itself. So when we are juice fasting, our digestive system is turned off, and all this energy that is normally spent towards digesting can be allocated to different parts of our body for rejuvenation, for restoring, and for healing. Our bodies are like these little miracles, and our body has this innate intelligence that it needs to heal and to restore itself. Sometimes we just need to give it the time and space to do so. But oftentimes we have been trained and conditioned to eat 5 or 6 times a day throughout the entire day. We're eating from the moment we wake up until the moment we go to sleep. And so our digestive system is always turning on, always working on full power. And it never has this time to really rest and restore. And oftentimes with the Western diets as well, we're eating a lot of processed foods that are very hard on our system. So really juice fasting is giving our body this complete reset, this chance to restore and to rejuvenate itself on a physical level. And there has been numerous cases of healing so many different diseases of all different sorts just by fasting. And it's because the root cause of most disease is a backup or an inflammation within the body. And juice fasting can reverse this or eliminate this within just even a matter of weeks. It's quite amazing. It's different for everyone, and it depends on a personal level, but it's a great reset for anyone looking for that. For me, I also fast a lot because I have the mental clarity that I experience. My mind is so much stiller, so much more calm when I'm fasting. I also feel like my awareness is opened up. It's almost like I see possibilities that I never saw before. When I am eating a lot, sometimes, and I just feel very like I'm sometimes in a cloud, I like to think of it. It's almost like I can't see clearly. Like my lens of perception is a bit fogged. And I think of fasting as just this amazing way to just clear that lens of perception and really see and tune into the beauty of life. It elevates all of your senses. So all of your senses are heightened. Your sense of smell is so heightened. Your sense of hearing, it's like you're going for a walk and I almost hear the birds chirping that I didn't even notice before. And that also has to do with the stillness within my mind. My mind isn't running so much. So it works very much on a mental level as well. Fasting works on our emotional level as well. You'll probably go through a lot of emotional waves while you're fasting, especially those first few days. The waves can be quite strong, and we get to gain this awareness on these, I like to call them the voices within our mind, and some of them are very strong. There's like this longing or wanting of something always. If you begin to notice it, it's quite interesting. And many of us have this very strongly around food. It can be very strong around many different things, but it's this longing that is never satisfied. And so sometimes we get this around food, and we call it a craving. So it's like this thought comes in, like, I need to eat this food, I want this food. And it's interesting to see what happens when we get it. And when we get it, usually there's this yearning of, I want more. There's like this satisfaction. so this is an interesting thing to observe when we take away, when we are not giving the mind, this little voice, what it wants, and we get to observe what arises, and we get to just be with that. And it's just this chance for observation, and it's like letting all of this noise settle. And once it does, it's like everything begins to shift. If you fast for long enough, or juice cleanse for long enough, eventually all of these cravings will fade away. The first few days are always the hardest. I would say day 1 through 3 or 4 is the most challenging, and once you get through that point, it becomes much easier. And actually, you'll notice the things that you begin to crave, you begin to even just crave juice. Or if you actually think about, you get a craving and then you actually think or imagine eating it, it actually doesn't sound so good. It's because it's like the body actually doesn't want that. And you're actually gaining this insight, this intuition, into actually listening to what your body actually needs, which we've never been taught this, which is amazing, because we just usually eat so much from the mind. We don't intuitively eat, and we don't intuitively feed our bodies what they need. But actually, fasting gives us this opportunity to really tune in, to listen to our body, and to give our bodies what it needs. So fasting can work on so many different layers and aspects of our being: physical, mental, emotional, and there's also this spiritual component. When I fast, I feel so much more just connected to all of life. It's not so much, sometimes we get so trapped in the me syndrome, where it's like almost like all of my worries, my concerns seem so big, and we're just trapped in this fog. And so fasting gives us this chance to go beyond that and feel just this connection to the whole. We often experience through fasting these moments of insights, these downloads. I experience it as a voice so clear that I question, whoa, was that me? And it comes through so clear, so strong. There's no doubt within it. There's no hesitation. It's like a full body yes. And this is a moment of insight. This is it's usually guiding me in some way, or it's what I should do. Or if I go to make decisions, the decision is so clear, it's so simple. I know exactly what to do. And it's that tuning back in with our intuition, tuning back in with that sense of being guided. So all of these things can come through fasting. So if anyone is curious or wants to learn more, you can check out our page, The Fruitful Awakening. We have tons of resources, and even group retreats, online retreats, where you can go through the experience together, and learning and about what others are going through. And through this, we actually, it's a very powerful process. For motivation, for support, for sharing and integrating our own experience, and also to just to observe others, and see their journey, because often others are just a mirror of ourselves. We see so much of ourselves within others, and it's beautiful to see the journey of another, and to share this experience of transformation with another. Because I guarantee you, if you go and you do one of these fasts for a prolonged period of time, your life will change. The way you think, your way of thinking will change. You will have much more balance within your emotions. Everything will begin to look a bit brighter, a bit clearer, and maybe even your outlook on life will begin to shift. Fasting has 100% changed my life. I say this just from pure experience, my own experience, and also observing and witnessing and being on the journey of others on the same path. And it's really amazing to see. And the most beautiful thing is we all have the ability to do it, and it's really it's such an accessible tool that we can all use. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope to hear more about your journey, about your experience. Feel free to write or share anything about it within the comments.